everyone, this is Brad from Board Game Geek, and we're here with Vlambeer Games, and I just wanted to talk about Ridiculous Fishing, which we've really loved playing a lot over on our iOS blog. I know from a lot of your previous work, you kind of did, this kind of retro style. Was that your main inspiration for the look of Ridiculous Fishing?
No, actually, Ridiculous Fishing was inspired by a documentary about tuna fishing. And there was this beautiful slow motion shot of like a fish being flung up into the air. And then we thought that would work really well with shooting. So the graphical style was actually created by Greg Woolwand, who also did the art style for Hundreds, another iOS game. And when we asked him to work with us, he immediately sent us like the boat in the graphical style that it has now. So we were really happy to see that. I guess a lot of people say the style is retro, but I don't really agree with that. I think the quality that the graphics have is that they tell you it's so obvious that it's a video game. It's definitely a video. There's no other way to look at it than it is a video game. And I really appreciate that about the graphics that Greg made.
That's cool, and it gives it, I think, a really artistic take. If you're saying, you want them to realize they're playing a game when they are playing a game. I'm just curious, how did you get such an amazing team together? Obviously, you guys are really great developers, and Zach Gage has some really great experience, as well as the guy who did Hundreds. How did that team come together?
So that's actually funny, because we started on this project 2.5 years ago. So back when we started, Zach hadn't made Spell Tower, and Greg hadn't made Hundreds, and we hadn't made all the games we made. So it was this weird thing where the team came together as people that were just starting out as indie developers, and then by the time we were done with the game, suddenly all of us had like a hit game or multiple hit games, and people are calling us an indie dream team. But we really just started as a bunch of people that really wanted to make a fishing game about fishing with miniguns.
Very cool. I'm just wondering, I think it's really innovative the way the game combines kind of 3 types of gameplay. You're kind of doing 3 stages of things. How did you come up with that idea? Did it just naturally flow, or was it kind of a purposeful take that you took?
So the shooting and the descent stages came up sort of happened logically. The ascent stage was introduced to fix the sort of emptiness between descent and shooting. So it kind of, JW, the designer at Vlambeer, kind of just came up with that, and for the Flash version, the 2010 Flash version, Radical Fishing, and we really like that loop. So that's what we sort of departed from when we started on Ridiculous Fishing, and that's what's at the core of Ridiculous Fishing, is that same sort of 4-step loop where it's like descent, ascent, shoot, buy stuff, and get like, the better you do in each of those stages, the better you will do in the next stage.
Great. Just one last question. When the show closes in a couple hours, what are you going to do first?
Sorry, one more time?
Oh, sorry. When the show closes in a few hours, what are you going to do first?
When the show closes in a few hours, I will be packing my stuff and getting ready to fly to San Francisco, because the Game Developer Conference starts tomorrow. So got 5 more days of craziness coming up, but I can't wait to meet everybody and see everybody again. So it's exhausting, but it will be fun.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I guess no rest for the weary.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.